think we can expect in each attack?
Well, the 1,000 is all of them. So we're calling it's an Al-Qaeda planned attack, but within those 1,000 terrorists, some of them are ISIS because they want ISIS to be blamed. I think the more of the fighter types are going to be ISIS because then if they're caught, then they talk, I'm ISIS. I think more of the suicide bombers are going to be Al-Qaeda.
I think these attacks will happen simultaneously throughout the United States, or will they be one day here, next day here, another one over here next week?
So they want them coordinated. I don't know if coordinated means all at the same time, or if coordinated means we do it Monday, we do it Tuesday, we do it Wednesday, we do it Thursday, we do it Friday, just do 5 straight days. But they want it coordinated.
What kind of places do you think they're going to target?
So this is what's complicated. So Al-Qaeda's preference, as you can imagine, is symbols of the U.S. or anything that causes economic damage, right? So capital is a great symbol. I feel like bridges or any kind of public transportation always matters because it puts costs against us and it causes fear. But here's where it gets complicated. So remember, the terrorists might have their goal is they're going to attack the metro in DC, right? But remember, some of these terrorists are going to be ISIS.
God knows 31 reasons you were called to be a woman. The God, virtuous woman he needs. God knows 31 reasons. 31 reasons. 31 reasons why. God knows 31 reasons you were called to be a woman.
Welcome back to my channel, you guys. Welcome if you are new. I came across these clips ever since the bombing in Las Vegas in front of the Trump Tower, and then the massacre that we've all heard about that occurred on New Year's Day as well in New Orleans. And so these interviews have come forth from whistleblowers and people within the CIA about America being under attack. Listen to this.
He will fight till either all of us are dead or all of his people are dead, right? So this can go on for multiple days. Al-Qaeda is not going to claim responsibility for these embassy attacks, and they have a plan for that, I'll tell you. They're not going to claim responsibility for the Europe attacks, and they're definitely not going to claim responsibility for the U.S. homeland attack. It does not matter if it's ISIS, if it's HTS, if it's Hamas. They're all one, right? They're all an Islamic army.
Today, through your interview with Sarah Adams and others, it's excruciatingly clear that they have far surpassed that capability today, not just in terms of fighters, but in their sophistication. They're operating at a whole different level now. And so they want us in the fight. The enemy has a vote. They want us to respond. We may be done with Afghanistan, but they're not done with us. It's not done with us. And so and they are going to do it at such a level of emotional impact that we will have no choice but to respond, because it's going to take us into a sympathetic state of retribution.
Yeah.
And there will be outcries for payback. And all of these folks that have written checks to the Taliban and done all these ill-advised policy moves, they'll just skulk back into the shadows. They'll disappear. So yes, I do think that we will have to go back. And my logic behind it is that the reemergence of international terrorism out of that safe haven is so profound that everything that we're seeing from multiple very credible sources is saying that it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And I'm sure you and I'll talk more about this, but they are in such advanced stages that those operatives are already here. Right. So when it gets to that point, it is very difficult to stop it.
We send money other ways. One really great example is we fund the Taliban's political office in Qatar. That's not the 87 million. There's at least 10 million that we just pay their operating expenses a month. Completely separate. Yeah, we've been doing that since 2013. So this is not a new thing we've been funding the Taliban, right? We were funding them while they're killing our soldiers.
Now, by no means is this to cause anybody to be fearful, but more so to be prepared. Okay, it's better to veer on the side of caution, to veer on the side of being prepared and ready, than to look at and hear such a thing and say, you know what, it's going to be fine. It won't be that bad, and make excuses for not being prepared. Now, I've listened to various ones covered this particular information, and I've heard them talk about how they have their weapons ready. They have their doors secured, and they have all types of, weaponry that will protect themselves and their families. And by all means, they absolutely should. And my husband and I as well. But what I really want you all to understand, and I want all of us to know, that first and foremost, these are the signs of the time, right? We all have to understand that wars and rumors of wars are going to take place before Jesus Christ returns. And so we need to be prayerful, we need to be mindful, and we need to be watchful about what's happening in the world. And although we have President Trump coming into office here in just a couple weeks, and we know that things will turn around, that does not stop the enemy from continuously doing what he does, which is steal, kill, and destroy. It doesn't stop the Bible from fulfilling itself when he says that, hey, listen, in the end times, before my return, wars and rumors of wars, you'll be persecuted, you'll be antagonized, hated all over the world. There will be those of them that will come in my name saying that they're the Messiah, and on and on and on. The Bible also lets us know that when there's a thief that comes, he doesn't make himself aware, right? He doesn't send us a warning necessarily. So we need to be watchful, right, of what's happening in the earth and what's happening right before our eyes, because a lot of this is done intentionally. A lot of this has been where America, our government, has sold us out, and we need, as patriots, you all, we need to really wake up, and we need to be prepared. So listen, I don't know what aisle you stand on, and it really doesn't matter at this point. We need to be not only fortifying ourselves in preparing, getting all of the necessary arson and weaponry and magazines and all such as that, food, water, all of that, because, it's a lot of things that's happening in this hour, you all. We've seen quite a bit already, and it's not even the first week of the new year. But we also need to be ready spiritually, because just because, you're not considered an enemy of our lands doesn't mean that it may not be your time to go. And so we all say we believe in God. We all say that he's coming again, but we don't know when he's coming for us individually. So I just say this to you because I hear a lot of folks saying, oh, we just need to be praying, and, everybody look out for one another and all such as that. And we all need to do that. Absolutely. Hands down. I'll be the first to say it. But I also know that everybody knows somebody that done got up out of here. Each and every day somebody leaves here. And so in the event these things occur, we need to have our souls right with the Lord. We need to know that truly, if we leave here, that we're going where we want to be, which is with the Lord and with him in peace. All right. So this is, again, not to scare anybody, but to not only prepare naturally, but spiritually. I'll see you all on the next one.